Ipoh, the capital of Perak, is a city steeped in colonial charm and limestone beauty. Once a booming tin mining town, it now thrives as a cultural hub, known for its heritage architecture, vibrant food scene, and lush natural surroundings. In this video, we will be explaining the site analysis for Workbase 3, supervised by Samsiah, located in the midst of Kampung Kuchai, right in the heart of Ipoh historical town. The site is located at the edge of Kampung Kuchai, between Jalan CM Yusof and Jalan Masjid, covering a total area of 7,231 square meters, approximately 1.7 acres. It comprised 5 parcels of reserve land under the jurisdiction of Ipoh City Council. The site is densely populated with century-old trees, reflecting the historical legacy of Kampung Kuchai. Within the site stands Kolam Melayu Kampung Kuchai, which remains intact to this day. However, 2 adjoining blocks were lost due to a fire incident, leaving behind visible remnants of the original structure. Surrounding the school, signs of illegal waste disposal by nearby residents have begun to overshadow the building's presence. At the rear of the site, several local workshops operated by Kampung Kuchai residents are actively used for car repairs and related activities. The site sits on the gently sloping terrain at the edge of Kampung Kuchai, bordered by Jalan CM Yusof and Jalan Masjid. Its proximity to the Kinta River introduced both ecological value and flood sensitivity, requiring careful drainage planning. The land is generally stable, suitable for low-rise development, and is densely populated with century-old trees, remnants of the area's historical landscape. These natural features, combined with the site's urban enclosure, create a microclimate that is shaded, humid, and acoustically buffered from surrounding traffic. The geographic settings offers both environmental richness and design constraints that must be thoughtfully addressed. According to local authorities, several requirements must be followed for the reserve lands. The site is designated as a buffer zone, located adjacent to the city's core zone. This classification serves to protect and preserve the architectural character of the core zone by creating a transnational area with controlled development. The designated building typology for the reserve land is commercial, with a plot ratio of 1/3. Buildings must not exceed 7 stories, with an allowable range between 6 to 7 stories in height. For setbacks, the front of the city must maintain a clearance of 40 feet or 12 meters to ensure visual openness, pedestrian safety, and a landscape buffer. The remaining edges of the site must have a minimum setback of 20 feet, 6 meters to accommodate service access, drainage, and ventilation. Additionally, the proposed building must incorporate a defined percentage of green spaces around its perimeter to support environmental sustainability and enhance the site's livability. Within a 500-meter radius of the site, circulation is defined by a layered network of roads, lanes, and pedestrian paths. Jalan CM Yusof and Jalan Masjid serve as the primary vehicular arteries connecting the site to Ipoh Central District and surrounding kampung areas. Pedestrian movement is active, especially around Masjid Panglima Kinta, the school, and nearby markets within formal walkways threading through shaded corridors and narrow alleys. Public transport is accessible via nearby bus stops, while local workshops at the rear of the site generate light service traffic. This dynamic mix of movement patterns reflects both the historical rhythm and contemporary needs of the community. Surrounding the site is a dense canopy of century-old trees, remnants of Kampung Kuchai's historical landscape. These natural features provide shade, biodiversity, and a distinct microclimate. Man-made elements include Masjid Panglima Kinta with its Moorish and colonial architecture, the adjacent Madrasah Kamaria, and a series of pre-war shop houses. At the rear, informal workshops and service lane reflect the area's living heritage and community economy. Together, these features create a layered environment where nature and culture coexist, shaping both the spatial rhythm and identity of the precinct. Within a 500-meter radius of the site, the architectural fabric of Ipoh reveals a captivating blend of heritage shepherd's and preserved landmarks that define the city's timeless identity. These buildings, many dating back to the 1870s, showcase the streets electric, and British colonial styles through ornate plasterwork, arch openings, timber shutters, and reptile roofs. Their rhythmic facades and continuous 5-foot walkways create a distinct urban structure, shaping both the visual and pedestrian rhythm of Ipoh's old town. Between the shop lots, narrow lanes and shaded corridors open small passages of light and ventilation, revealing a spatial language deeply rooted in local climate and culture. These structures accommodate a vibrant mix of uses: cafes, retail shops, residence, and workshops, reflecting the layered lived-in nature of the city. Surrounding landmarks such as the Birch Memorial Clock Tower, Ipoh Railway Station, and Masjid Panglima Quinta acts as orientation points, their distinct forms anchoring the urban skyline with cultural and historical weight. Located near the busy road of Jalan Sultan Iskandar, packed with locals during peak hour which connect the city with heritage, the street condition in Kampung Kuchai reflects its status as a historic neighborhood. The roads are generally narrow with a mix of asphalt and older concrete surface. Many of the internal streets are designed for low-speed traffic, suitable for residential character of the area. There is minimal formal signage or road markings, and on-street parking often reduces traffic flow, especially during peak hours. Despite these challenges, the street contributes to the kampung's charm, with active street life, local vendors, and strong community interaction. Precisely, the site is located in Kampung Kuchai, which adjacent to the Quinta River and centered around the monumental Masjid Panglima Quinta, serving as the historical and socio-cultural nexus of this early Malay settlement. However, the current reality shows a settlement in decline, with many original inhabitants having moved away, leaving behind aging, poorly maintained structures. This has resulted in quieter, sometimes isolated environment, where the remaining residents, including a few long-time families and a segment of low-income tenants, exhibit behaviors associated with the forgotten corner of a busy city, with some dilapidated buildings unfortunately becoming magnets for anti-social activities. In summary, the site of Kampung Kuchai offers a rich intersection of heritage, community, and urban complexity. From its historical school and century-old trees to the vibrant street life and layered architecture, every element contributes to a living narrative. As we move forward with Workbase 3 and the AR Samsiah's guidance, our design must honor this legacy while embracing thoughtful, sustainable progress at the heart of Ipoh's historical core.